what is Lent all about? For most people, it is about giving up this lovely stuff, chocolate. But for us as Christians, it's more than that. Plus, we're going to check if it's biblical. Hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Dan Beasley and this channel is all about inspiring intentional discipleship, helping you go deeper in your faith and living it out in the world today. And Lent is an amazing time of going deeper in your faith. But a lot of people struggle with Lent because they say it's not biblical and not all denominations celebrate or recognize what Lent is and the goodness that you can get out of Lent. And I can understand fully why, because Lent actually isn't biblical. It's taken from biblical principles, but it's not in there as something that is advised to do. But it's there. Lent, as we know, is based on Jesus going in the wilderness for 40 days, facing those battles with the devil, and then coming out the other side. Same in that sense with the Exodus of being brought out of slavery and going on to the promised land and taking 40 years and all the trials and ups and downs that those people went through at that time. It's kind of that base, that time of preparation, of denying self and coming closer to God. So in that sense, is it biblical? No. But there are things like we have in our denomination, the Anglicans, like and other denominations as well. Trinity Sunday. Trinity Sunday is put in there to help people understand what the Trinity is all about. And Lent is there, and it developed over time for people to get prepared. And now it started off in the early church because Easter was a great time to get baptized. And so there's this preparation for people to go through to be baptized and to come closer to God in that sense, and come to know him more and rely on him more in our lives, as we rightly should. And in that sense, we shouldn't need Lent, because as Christians, this is what we should be doing every day of the year, but we don't. And so Lent, as well as Advent, comes a good time to put these spiritual disciplines in our lives, denying ourselves or even taking things up to come closer and to know God. So we can deny ourselves chocolate, we can deny ourselves our favourite things. And in those temptations, in those time of temptations, as Jesus had in the wilderness, we pray to God and ask God come into our lives and to help us get through what can be so hard. But we also take things up, and they can be spiritual disciplines. There's been a big fashion to take things up as in giving gifts to people, going out and doing nice things for other people and surprising them. That's been a great thing of showing Christ's love in the world, of not only denying ourselves but giving back. And that's a good thing, and surprising people in those different ways through our acts of kindness. But it is this time that we set apart for God. Now, interestingly, Lent starts on Ash Wednesday and goes through to Easter, to Holy Week and Easter weekend. And it's 40 days, but we don't do Lent on Sundays, which actually makes it 46 days. And the reason is because Sunday is a holy day. Sunday is Easter Sunday. Every time we celebrate Easter Sunday, we celebrate Easter Sunday, in that sense, the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And it's a holy and sacred day, so we don't give things up on those days. Because what if you gave up wine? You wouldn't be able to take communion, and that puts you in a quandary. So we don't do Sundays during Lent. But it starts on Ash Wednesday. And Ash Wednesday, you'll see people going around with ashes on their head, crosses, reminding them that we were from dust and to dust we go, and our mortality, and that this is a start, the day that we started, this time that we set apart to come and know God. There's been a big fashion as well to take up like devotionals and daily devotionals and Lenten devotionals to read through scriptural words and people's reflections on them, to come closer to God. In that sense, again, of those early Christians who were being prepared for their baptism, kind of taking that time out to then go to be baptized on this special day, that we are preparing ourselves for one of the most amazing and sacred weeks of the Christian calendar, Holy Week. Starting on Palm Sunday, going through Holy Week, Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday and Easter Sunday. That it's a long drawn out process, and we reflect on that, reflect on what God did in our lives, and we do that through praying, through fasting, through reading the scripture, through devotionals, through quiet time, however we do it, denying ourselves things, taking up things. It's a time that's set apart. And to be honest, we should be doing this, as I said before, throughout the year. This should be part of our daily Christian life. But in reality, we don't do that. And we don't always do that. We strive to do that. So having these periods of Lent, and this is exactly what happens in the early churches. They see that we need to have certain disciplines, and that this is why things come in. So some denominations will say, no, you can't do Lent because it's not biblical. It's not truly biblical. Neither is modern worship music in a sense, but they are good things to have and to come closer to God. Is it a bad thing? No. Time to set apart, to be with God and to get closer to God is absolutely what we should be doing as Christians and living our faith out in the world today. So what is Lent? Lent is a 40-day period throughout the year that leads from Ash Wednesday to Easter Sunday, that we set apart, excluding Sundays, to come closer to God, to deny ourselves certain things, so we rely on Him and pray to Him and fast. We don't go out and shout about that, as Jesus tells us not to do that, and to boast, look at what I'm doing, but to fully focus our time and that kind of period to come and know God more intensely in our lives, and also to take up things and acts of kindness and to give Him back and give Him back in society as well. So that is what is Lent. Is it biblical? Strictly not, but it's got biblical principles in there. I hope that is what do you think Lent is to you? Comment below, subscribe to the channel, like the video so more people get to see it, and we will pick up other questions about our Christian faith over the coming year.